we're ready for part 2 of conic sections, our first conic section, parabolas 8.2. All right, so let's discuss more about parabolas. Now we're going to construct them. We're going to actually sketch them. We're going to see if we can dissect them to see what kind of parabola it is, what size, how big, right? Okay, so now all that fun stuff. Now that you know the definition of a parabola, which is a locus of points from a fixed line and a fixed point that are equidistant, right? Okay, so now equations of a parabola in conics form, okay? So a couple of things. We're used to doing conic sections in this equation form. I'm sorry, parabolas in this equation form. That's when you were a baby. Now that we're grown up, we're gonna actually graduate from that easy, well, not easy, but elementary leveled equation to more sophisticated form. So here's a standard equation, take a look. All right, and all this other stuff here, yeah, it's good to know, but you don't need to memorize any of them, okay? So again, I call this my x squared parabola. This is my y squared parabola because it opens upward or downward, right? And this guy is my left or right, right? So it's going to be either this way or this way, all right? And I hope you can see which one is going up or to the right versus down and to the left, which actually is telling you about the P direction, okay? Okay, so you guys, the focus is here, but all these other equations here, I wouldn't really focus too much on, okay? I think this is the most important thing. All right, now, I guess if you're making a big connection from your baby equation, when you were a baby, the A and the P is related, and I guess you could kind of think about how it's related, all right? All right, so let's get to the nitty-gritty. First, let's actually try to identify parts of the parabola, given the following information. So find the vertex, focus, directrix, and focal width of the parabola. So the focal width is something kind of unique, okay? But I think it should kind of guide you in graphing your parabola and what you should expect. Is it a fat parabola? Is it a skinny parabola, right? Okay, here we go. Find the vertex, focus, directrix, and focal width of the parabola. Easy peasy. So we have this parabola here. It's a y squared, huh? So we know it's a y squared. So I think it's good to know that one, the p is negative. So I like to write little mental notes for myself. Okay, it's a y squared. These are mental notes. I'm talking to myself. And p is positive. Oh, so I know for shizzle that it's going to go this way. You know, it's good to have like a little sketch for yourself in your head, or just, it took me like 1 second to do that. So I think it's worthwhile, okay? All right, so now let's go on to the second step. Okay, vertex, let's go find the vertex. Vertex is your HK, and you know what I like to do? This is exactly in the standard form, so let's just identify your K and the H. Hong Kong, XY, alphabetical order, people. So it's gonna be my HK, or my vertex. It's going to be what? Negative, oh, sorry about the shaky handwriting there. Okay, it's -3 and +2, because our original form is always minus and minus and minus and minus, okay? All right, so there we go. And this is all just normal stuff that we're used to. Here's the focus, right? Focus, well, you know what I like to do? You know that sketch that we initially sketched? Well, I like to put a little belly button, a little vertex, and a little, little circle there. And then we have our little directrix in the back. Okay, so focus is what? Focus is where? Well, how is the focus going to be shifted? From the vertex, it goes P amount to the right, and directrix is P amount to the back, right? So easy peasy. So what do we got to do? Yes, we got to calculate the P. So we know P is equal to what? Okay, we got to calculate the P. Well, we know for shizzle that 4P is equal to 4, because that's what this guy says right here. Okay? So what is P? P equals 1. So for the focus, all you got to do is from your x coordinate, right? Your x coordinate moves how much? 1 to the right. So you're right. It's going to be a -2, and your y is not affected. Think about that. Stop the video. Think about that. All right? Because remember, this is my focus. Focus. Focus is a belly button. This is my directrix. Okay, I won't spell it out. Directrix, okay? All right, let's go to the directrix now. The fourth thing, directrix. Easy. It's behind the vertex, right? Behind the vertex. How much? P amount. So we go back, and it's the line. So since our vertex is at -3, it's going to be x equals -4, because it went further behind. All right, try to understand what's happening, stop the video, digest, try doing this one on your own, and then start the video again. But wait, we forgot to find the focal width. Focal width is what? Focal width is right here for you. It's an alphabet. It's a absolute value of your 4p. So since your 4p is 4, we're going to take the absolute value, which is 4. Okay? All right. So take a look at this guy, number 5. And I want you to also look at this here. It's when the vertex is 0, 0, right? But if you know the STD form, you don't need to know 0, 0 because eventually the 0, 0 is going to cancel out and it becomes, using your STD form, you can always come to the conclusion that it's a vertex of 0, 0. Okay? All right. Now that you've thought about it, okay, welcome back. Let's try number 5. Okay. Well, this is your x squared. X squared. So you know it's going to be, and p is less than 0, so you know it's going to go down. Okay, so I like to draw my belly button and my little Directrix, okay, behind, and I got my shape there, okay? I hope this kind of helps you. I like doing it this way. And then the vertex, right? Well, clearly, this, I like to also write the equation every time. And I know that this is a vertex, is at origin, but I like to write the STD form every time because I think if it's a 0, 0, it's all going to just naturally happen. The h and k will cancel out and all that good stuff. So I know for sure it's this format here. So I know my vertex is 0, 0, my vertex. Okay? All right, let's try my focus. I do the same thing. Focus, I need to calculate the p first. 4p is equal to -4, so my p is -1. Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean, right? My p is -1. That means when you're actually calculating the focus, isn't it the belly button here that you need to calculate? So my y has been shifted. So my x stays the same. How far did it go down? It went down 1, it says. It says here that it went down 1. Okay? So I go down 1. Directrix, I'm going a little fast because I think it's a little bit of a common sense, all right? Because we're either going backward or forward depending on which direction the parabola is. Directrix is behind it. So how far did it go behind? It went back more than it should. So it went up 1, right? So it's going to be not a point. Directrix is not a point. Directrix is a line. And this is a y equals line. So y equals +1. All right. And of course, our focal width, how wide is our parabola? Focal width is going to be absolute value of our -4, which is going to be our 4. Because focal width, the formula is 4p absolute value of. And our 4p was -4. All right? All right. Hope that was manageable, pretty simple. All right. I hope we're getting used to this new equation here that we're utilizing for parabolas. All right. Let's move on. We're going to do this together, okay? So hold off on that. Let's go to sketching parabolas. Are you ready to sketch? Well, then you got to watch the next video. Bye.